This is Midweek Momentum on the Leading Life Podcast, and this is your midweek reset to refocus your mind, raise your standards, and take decisive action on the life you're building. I'm Andy Zook. Let's lock in, level up, and finish this week strong. So let me preface this story by telling you this is not like me, and I can't even believe it went down like this, but it taught me a lesson, and I want to share that lesson with you. But a couple of years ago, I'm at work, and this guy comes walking in looking like a movie star, right? Just, head to toe, GQ, dressed real smooth, comes walking in, sits down, and is working with one of my other opticians, and I'm, working around the store, doing my thing, and all of a sudden, he's like, "Hey, Andy." And I'm like, hey, how you doing? He's like, "Can you come here real quick? I just want you to know, man, you are a beast." And I'm like, okay. He's like, "Yeah, man, you helped me last time I was in here. Man, you fixed my issue with the glasses. Everything has been amazing. Matter of fact," and he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out pieces of paper of notes and stuff that I had written down for him about his glasses and what would help him going forward. And I just sat there ashamed of myself because I had kind of like, when this guy walked in, I was like, who's this guy think he is? What's he thinking? He's like the coolest guy in the world or something. And I had made this snap judgment that was completely wrong. And this guy ends up being super cool. And I got a taste of my own medicine for making that judgment that way. And that's what I want to talk to you about because it happens to all of us. I mean, we do it constantly. We see one movement and we create a whole story. Someone's quiet, oh, they're rude, or someone disagrees with us, they're difficult. Someone makes a mistake, they're incompetent. Trust me, we've all done this. I used to be the king of this. But here's the truth. Our brains are built to judge quick, not because we're bad people. It's because the human brain is designed for efficiency and survival. Thousands of years ago, fast judgments helped humans stay alive. What was danger? What was safe? What was friendly? What was a threat? Run, stay. The brain helped us make rapid assumptions to conserve energy and protect us. The problem is that same brain is now wired in modern life where situations are just not life-threatening in the same way. So now we react emotionally before we think rationally. And psychologists call this cognitive bias. Our brains take shortcuts. We fill in gaps with assumptions. We protect our fears. We create stories with incomplete information. And the scary part is we usually believe these stories are facts. And that's why emotional maturity matters. Because mature people pause before concluding. They ask, what else could be really true here? What else could be going on? And that question alone can change your relationships and your leadership and your inner peace. Maybe that coworker isn't disrespectful. Maybe they're overwhelmed. Maybe your spouse isn't distant right now. They're just anxious or exhausted. Or maybe that employee isn't lazy after all. They're just discouraged and they're afraid to fail. Quick judgment closes doors, but our curiosity is what opens them. And great leaders stay curious longer. They don't rush to label people because labels are dangerous. Once we label someone, the brain starts looking for more evidence to confirm that label. That's called confirmation bias. And if you decide someone is negative, your brain just keeps filtering for proof of that. If you decide someone's selfish, then suddenly you notice every selfish thing they do. Meanwhile, you ignore evidence that contradicts your belief. That's why wise people slow down. Not because they're weak, because they understand the brain can be reactive, emotional, and incomplete. And honestly, some of the worst decisions we make in life, in emotionally charged moments where we think we fully understand something, but we only saw a tiny piece of the picture. So here's your challenge today. The next time you feel yourself making a quick judgment, pause, take a breath, and ask, what information might I be missing? That one question can save relationships. It can improve leadership. It can reduce conflict. And it can make you a calmer, wiser being. And remember, the strongest minds are not the fastest to judge. They're just the most willing to understand. I hope that helped for today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you on the next episode. Take care. Bye.